Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And the ramp finally came. It's here. It's the Fresh Park launch ramp, and it's pretty much a section of like a kind of like a skate park, if you will. If you wanted to connect all these ramps together, you could, but this piece right here in particular, this piece right here is what we got. That's the actual launch ramp, and like I said, you can connect these pieces to make a bigger skate park, I guess, if you will. So today we're going to do the unboxing and the build, and we're going to test this baby out. Hopefully, one thing I am worried about is the angle of this ramp here. This ramp here, this is what we'll be putting together today, but I'm kind of worried about that angle. Is it going to be enough of an angle to get the RC cars up high enough? Or is it going to be the kind of ramp that kind of shoots them out, you know, straight ahead, where we don't really have time to make corrections in the air? So we'll see. So stay tuned, guys. We'll go ahead and get this thing unboxed and see what's inside. All right, guys, we're back. I went ahead and moved the box up on the table, and I went ahead and cut around the edges here. It's taped all the way around, and to be honest, this box is pretty heavy. It's probably about 80 pounds. When I was looking online at this ramp, I saw that it has like a metal frame underneath. So I think that's where most of the weight's coming from. But the good thing about this ramp is it folds up. So right here, you see it'll fold up. So it'll be easy for storage. And hopefully, you know, moving it around shouldn't be an issue. You know, we'll just keep it in the garage when we're not using it. But or it might be this one. Yeah, it's this one. This is the one that they both fold up, but this is one we're going to be putting together. This is something else. But yeah, there's all different kinds of pieces you can buy. Now, this is not the ramp, just to be clear. This is not the ramp that is meant for the RCs. They do have their own dedicated RC ramp that I saw, and it's a red ramp. And from what I saw, it has this same angle on it, so we're not missing anything on the angle. But the reason I decided not to purchase that one is that, as you can see here, this is kind of a solid ramp. Now on the RC ramp, it's like a mesh. It's a frame, a metal frame, but the actual ramp part is made of like a how would you say, like a kind of, not a mesh, but kind of like what you would see on one of those trailers where they haul like lawn equipment and stuff, kind of like a cage, or like a metal cage looking ramp. And I didn't want that. I wanted it to be a solid ramp, so that's why we went with this one. And it says here it can hold up to 500 pounds. I mean, as you can see here on the box, you got people on scooters and BMX and skateboards, and even a motorcycle looks like, or a dirt bike looks like. So it can hold some weight. It says up to 500 pounds. So we'll see. So we'll go ahead and open her up. And right out of the gate, this is what you get. Oh, I like that material already. That's like a hard plastic or something. But this is what you get in the box, guys. Whoa, that is like a solid piece of metal right there. That is really heavy. That is pretty solid right there. Another reason why I went with this ramp, guys, is the materials look like they're pretty heavy duty. And this is weatherproof. However, I'm not going to keep it outside. But if you were to keep it outside, it is weatherproof. So we'll go ahead and unbox this. And we'll get it laid out on the table so that we know what we're working with here. Got our instructions here. Shouldn't be too complicated to build. Let's see here. Okay, this is the one. Okay, there's that one. This is the one we're building here, I believe. Yeah, the Pro Launch. This is the one we're doing here. So this shouldn't be too hard to put together. But anyway, we'll get it unboxed and on the table. We're back and we have everything unboxed and laid out on the table, so you can see what you get in the package here. In this box, we have our hardware, which I think is some washers and some bolts and some wing nuts. And then we have two legs. So these will be the legs on the ramp. And then we have the lip, and this will go here up top. I like this ramp too, the way it looks, and it's got the nice Fresh Park logo on there. It's made of like a hard, I don't know if it feels like plastic, but yeah, this small lip piece right here will go over the front, and then this big one here will go here in the front. That'll kind of come out from when you ramp jump. And of course we have our instructions. Doesn't seem too difficult, guys. We're gonna have to lay this face down and run some bolts underneath, and when it's face down you'll kind of get a better look of the actual frame underneath, which is like solid metal. So I don't think this thing's gonna be going anywhere for a while. I mean, it's well built. It's pretty heavy though. That's the only thing I'm worried about. So we'll go ahead and get it on the ground so we can get assembled, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, we're back. I decided to lay it out on the table because I didn't want to lose any parts in the grass, but it worked out just fine. Now the ramp is not put together yet completely. What I've done is I've ran some bolts through here. Comes with these big bolts, and we got a nut on this side and a washer here, and then we have these that go into the ramp here with these wing nuts. And when you're ready to fold it up, you take these out and it folds up. Also over here we got the legs installed, and this is a pretty easy thing here. You just slide the leg down, stick this in here and tighten it down, and that holds the leg in place. And like I said, we do have a bolt here with a washer and a nut on this side, and then we have another bolt here right down the middle with a washer and a nut. And then here's our other thing that goes through here, and then we'll tighten that down with a wing nut. And then we have another bolt here, and then we have right here this big metal piece, again with 4 bolts, 4 washers, and 4 nuts. We're going to screw those down, and this would be where you approach the ramp, and that's that good solid piece of metal there. So I guess what we'll do, guys, is we'll go ahead and screw all these down, and come back, and hopefully we'll have it set up for you guys, and we'll see how it looks. Hey guys, all right, you saw a little ramp jumping there with the Rustler 4x4 VXL. One thing I can say about this ramp, it's wide enough. I would say it's almost 4 feet wide. It's wide enough to where you can really get those jumps and kind of line everything up. One thing I'm noticing though, when I'm ramp jumping, this material that this ramp is made out of is so smooth that the tires kind of spin out. You can see how it's leaving the marks there. So I think that's affecting the jumps a little bit. And I purposely backed it up into this corner here because this is the flattest part of the backyard that I have. It kind of goes uphill and downhill from here. So first impressions though, I really like the ramp. It is really heavy, so it's going to be a pain to move. The legs are holding up good. This part right here, guys, on the install, I had this backwards. I had this the other way around, and it was kind of hanging over the ramp like that, so I had to adjust this because it was kind of hanging over. I had to unscrew it and flip it around. Now this is the right way it's supposed to go. One thing I'm noticing though with the jumps is it's kicking the cars out. I mean, it's kicking it out far, but we're not getting enough height, I don't think. And as you can see, this ramp is maybe a foot, a little over a foot off the ground, maybe 16 inches, something like that, from ground to right there. And it's kind of a slope. It's not, doesn't have that hook on it to give us that height, but it's a good ramp to begin with, I guess, to practice with. And I did use the Rustler on all my jumps, and I gotta say that Rustler is tough because I nose landed that thing, cartwheeled that thing. Man, that thing took a beating. No, I didn't break any parts on it. The only thing that came off was the cup that holds the spring on the shock. One of those came out, and I found it here in the yard, so I just snapped it back on. Other than that, no linkage breakages, no drive shafts, nothing broke. The Rustler is a tough car, I gotta hand it to it. And with those new tires I put on there, those Badlands, I have to get used to how it controls in a jump too, because now it's got a lot more torque on it. So that was kind of an obstacle I had to get used to right now. But overall, it's a decent ramp. It is kind of pricey. It's in the around the $300 range. I purchased it from Discount Ramps online. I believe it came out of California from what I saw. Maybe that's why it took so long, I don't know. But it's built really well. It's really durable. It's, you know, it's got the metal frame on it. It's built really good, so you get your money's worth as far as the build quality. And I can walk up, I can stand on this ramp, and I'm about 250 pounds, and it holds me just fine. So like I said, I believe the weight limit is 500 pounds. It could be more. I have to look, you know, really to get the details, but from what I remember, it said 500-pound weight capacity. So yeah, guys, we'll end the video here. Hope you enjoyed that. I'm gonna do a little more testing with this ramp before I start using any of my other trucks, because I want to make sure that, you know, that this ramp, I can get the height that I want. You know what I mean? If I can get the height that I want, then I can control it, and we'll have less damage and less breakages and repairs. So, but my final thoughts, guys, I like the ramp. It's well built. It is on the pricey side, but I mean, it's well built. It's weatherproof, so I think it's worth it. So we'll end the video here, guys. I appreciate you watching. Remember, if you're new, please subscribe if you like my content. Hit the like button and the bell so you don't miss out on anything. And I'll see you guys next time. Later.